Hello everyone. So in today's video I am going to tell you about the distribution of the particular drug, that is a topic of general pharmacology. Now in the previous video I already discussed about the absorption. So in the absorption, let's take a quick recap about the absorption. So in absorption means the how much amount of drug is absorbed through our enteral systems. So absorption in this, it basically depend like how much amount of drug is absorbed. So in this, it is like lipid soluble drug. We already discussed about that lipid soluble drug easily cross the membrane and they easily get absorbed, while the water soluble drug were not easily absorbed, so they were not absorbed and there is no absorption of water soluble drug. And in other words, we say that ionic drug. So the ionic drug were not absorbed, while the non-ionic form get absorbed easily because they easily cross the membrane, that is lipid soluble drugs. And in this also we discuss about that absorption is easily happen between the same medium if the medium of absorption is same, like acidic or basic. So for absorption same medium is also needed. Now the other things is that how much absorption. So suppose this is our gastrointestinal tract. From here, if we take oral any drug, there is absorption will occur. Now from the gastrointestinal tract, the drug reach to the hepatic circulation. So while it reach to the hepatic circulation, in the liver, there is metabolism will occur. So first pass metabolism will occur. So first pass metabolism is occur in the liver, and only the enteral type of drugs, means only those drugs which are taken by enteral route, like either by oral form or either by the rectal form, through the rectal, which we took in by oral or by rectal form, those drugs goes towards the first pass metabolism. After the metabolism, so here suppose we took the 100 molecules of the drug and 50 get 50 were not absorbed and 50 molecules get absorbed in the liver. Their metabolism will occur like 50 out of 35 get metabolized there, and only from the liver in the blood only 15 molecules were reached. Like suppose 10 molecules reach there, or suppose 15 molecules, 35 50, that is 15 molecules reach to the blood circulation. So here the bioavailability of that drug is only 15, means after how much amount of drug is present to produce its action, that is known as the bioavailability, means biologically available. So biologically available, that drug, how much it reach to the blood circulation. So if the bioavailability is more, if bioavailability is more, means there is less metabolism is happen in the in the liver. So bioavailability depends on the two factors. First one is the absorption, and second one is how much it get metabolized. So metabolism. So bioavailability depends on the two factors. If the and bioavailability inversely proportional to the bioavailability inversely proportional to the metabolism, means if the drugs get more metabolized, then that particular drug is less available to produce its action. And that's why all the IV route drug which were taken by IV route, so all those drugs have the 100% bioavailability. Now I think you know that why there is 100% bioavailability by IV drug, because there is no first pass metabolism will occur through the IV route, because no first pass metabolism will occur. So this is all about the absorption. So in today's video, let's continue about the distribution, that is the other part of the pharmacokinetics. And as we all know pharmacokinetics, in the previous video I also tell you about this, that pharmacokinetic means the effect of the body on the drug. What is the effect of body? Effect of body on drug. So in this we have to cover the four things, that is ADME, ADME. So A for absorption, which we already covered. Now in this video I am going to cover about the distribution. And M is metabolism and E is excretion. So what do we mean by the distribution? So distribution means how much that drug is distributed to the particular tissue. So distribution means how much drug is distributed to the particular tissue. That is the distribution. Now for the distribution also, the lipid soluble drugs will distributed more, while the water soluble drugs will not get distributed, and which also cover the more membrane. Lipid soluble easily cross the membrane, and also those drugs, if suppose we took a drug and that drug bind to the plasma, bind to the proteins, so now its size become big. So big size drugs not easily cross the membrane, not easily cross the membrane, while the small size drugs easily cross the membrane. So how we know that it is big size or small size? We can know that that particular drug, if it has capacity to bind with proteins, it means after combining with proteins, the size of that drug becomes large. So that drug will not easily cross the membrane. So that distribution is less, and those drugs which have low plasma protein binding capacity can easily cross the membrane. So here, if they bind to the protein, then they are known as the plasma protein binding capacity. That is plasma protein binding capacity. Now how we know that the particular drug is acidic or basic drug? So please remember, for the acidic or for the basic drug, you can remember all those drugs which have ending with, which have suffix ine is used. If suffix ine is there, then it means that that drug is the basic drug. That drug is basic drug. Example is atropine. So atropine, ine is suffix there, so it is a basic drugs. So distribution is inversely proportional to the plasma protein binding. Now I hope you know why distribution is inversely proportional to the plasma protein binding, because that if bind to the plasma proteins, then its size become large and it face difficulty while crossing the membrane. So that's distribution, particular drug distribution is less because it is unable to cross the membrane. Then how it can reach to the tissue? It is not reached to the tissue. So distribution is inversely proportional to the plasma protein binding. Now if the other factors for the distribution is, this is the first factors. Now the second factor for the distribution is that duration is increase in the plasma protein binding drugs. If there is more duration of PPB drug, then it act as a storage form. Because it is unable to reach to the particular tissue, so it is act as a storage form. And the third one is the distribution interaction. Displacement interaction. So displacement means the drug is displaced by another drug, so that is displacement reaction. So suppose here is one drug, this one is a particular drug, and here is a protein. So protein is like albumin is there, and this drug is, suppose warfarin is there. So this drug is warfarin. So here this warfarin bind to this protein and it become PPB, plasma protein binding molecules. It becomes, the size become enlarged, means the drug is unable to reach to the particular tissue. So its effect is, it is acting as a storage form. Now what will happen in the displacement reaction? The other drug, we give the another drug, the other drug, suppose that is sulfonamide, If we give the drug sulfonamide, what will happen? This sulfonamide also have the capacity to bind with this protein molecules, that is albumin. So this drug binds with this albumin, and the warfarin is unable to bind with the protein. So now the warfarin is unable to bind with that particular. So this is a displacement reaction, means one drug displaces the other drug from the proteins. So this is the example, and it can lead. Now the displacement. So displacement only happening between a particular type, like acidic drug can displace the acidic drug. Acidic drug can displace the acidic drug. Not acidic or basic. It will happen in both the acidic drugs. Means both the drugs were in the acidic form. Now the other one is, the fourth factor for the distribution is the dialysis. Fourth factor is dialysis. So there were 4D. That is, first one is the distribution is inversely proportional to the plasma protein binding. Second, duration increases in the plasma protein binding drugs. And the third one is the displacement reaction. So in this, one particular drug displaces the other one. And the fourth factor is the dialysis. So in the dialysis, what do we mean? Dialysis means we have to filter the blood. So filter of blood is happening. Now in the dialysis, do you know that in dialysis there is a filtration of protein will happen or not? So my answer is no. There is no filtration of protein. No filtration of protein. Because if protein were filtered, then in the particular patient blood there is hypoproteinemia will occur, because protein is getting filtered. So protein quantity will decrease in the blood. So hypoproteinemia will occur. That's why in dialysis there is no filtration of protein. There is no filtration of protein. So so now for the dialysis, ppb should be low or high? What do you think? So for the dialysis, ppb means plasma protein binding should be low. Then only the particular drug can filter and we can remove the particular toxicity. Because if the particular drug has a high plasma protein binding capacity, it means that it attached to the proteins, and proteins were not filtered through the dialysis machine. So it means that that particular drug remains increase in amount in our blood for a longer duration, because that is not filtered by dialysis. So that is in the toxicity, we cannot remove that drug by the dialysis. Now which drug have the gone through dialysis and which were not? For this, like we have two mnemonic. One is for dialysis and one is those drugs which do avoid the dialysis. So like MLA is a rich man person. So MLA, because in dialysis we have to spend a lot of money. So MLA undergoes dialysis. MLA undergoes dialysis. This one is the first mnemonic, that MLA undergoes the dialysis. So M stands for here methanol. M stands for methanol, means methanol has the dialysis will happen with methanol. Second, L stands for lithium. L stands for lithium, and A stands for aspirin. A stands for aspirin. So in these three drugs there is dialysis will happen, because MLA is a rich person, he can easily go for dialysis. So MLA dialysis will happen. While who avoid the dialysis? So for avoiding dialysis, the mnemonic is avoid dialysis. So here the A stands for amphetamine, V stands for verapamil, O stands for opioids or organophosphates. I stands for imipramine. D stands for digoxin. And another D is for diazepam. That is a benzodiazepam. Another D is for diazepam. So in these drugs, they avoid the dialysis process, and the MLA undergoes the dialysis process. So now here is one question. What should the property of a drug for undergoing dialysis? Means for undergoing dialysis, that particular so let me write first question. Property of a drug. Property of drug so that dialysis is effective. So that dialysis is effective. So dialysis is effective if that particular drug have low plasma protein binding capacity, because if it bind to the plasma protein, then it is unable to filter through the dialysis machine, and that particular drug is increase in our blood for longer duration. Longer duration is there for that particular drug, and toxicity will not remove by dialysis. So for doing dialysis, the ppb value should be low. ppb value should be low. Now the another one, the second is there is low volume of distribution of that drug. If that drug is volume of drug distribution is less, then that drug is staying in plasma, and drug in tissue dialysis will be less effective. So if it stays for more time in the plasma, then it filtration will be less. So low VD will be there. If there is low volume of distribution, it means that drug is staying in the plasma and we can easily filter that drug. So low VD will be there, because if that drug, suppose this one is the drug and it get distribution to the particular tissue. It get distributed to the particular tissue. Now if we do the dialysis, then there is no effect of dialysis because it already reached to the tissue now. So that's why we have to prevent. So how we can prevent? If we decrease the distribution volume of that drug, it means that this drug is staying for more time in plasma. So if it stays more time in plasma, then we can easily filter that drug, then dialysis is effective. So for the effectiveness of the dialysis, ppb should be low and distribution of that drug should also be low. Now the fifth factor, that is the barrier. Fifth factor for the distribution is the barrier. So that here is the blood brain barrier. So as we all know, in our brain, a blood brain barrier is there which prevent the other drugs to enter into the blood. So mostly there were some places where blood brain barrier is absent. So in the blood brain barrier is absent, so most of the drug get absorbed through that particular site. That's why most of the drugs have the side effect like nausea and vomiting, because most of the drugs crosses the blood brain barrier, because in some places there is no blood brain barrier. Blood brain barrier is absent at those sites. Now what were the sites where blood brain barrier is absent? So those sites were, first one is the circumventricular organ, circumventricular organs, like there is a area prostema is there, there is lamina terminalis is there, so there is no blood brain barrier. So the drug is has the most of the side effect, nausea and vomiting, because it easily reach to the brain and produce the side effects like nausea and vomiting by stimulating the chemo trigger receptor zone, and through this it causes the vomiting and nausea. Now the another barrier is placental barrier, blood placental barrier. So in the blood placental barrier, there were two drugs which never crosses the placenta barrier, that is the insulin and heparin, because these two drugs never crosses the blood placenta barrier, and there is no side effect of these two drugs in a pregnancy because they were unable to cross the placental barrier. Now there is a few drugs which causes the teratogenic effect because they easily cross the placenta barrier. That is, one example I am giving you, that is the thalidomide. If we give thalidomide, it causes the phacomelia. That's why this drug is now contraindicated in pregnancy, and now this drug is used in multiple myeloma, not in the pregnancy. This drug is not used in the pregnancy. Now what is the formula of volume of distribution? So volume of distribution, the formula is amount of IV in blood upon total plasma concentration. What is the plasma concentration of that drug? So this is the formula for volume of distribution. And how we can calculate the plasma concentration? So suppose here is 5 liter volume is there. There is 5 liter volume, and in this we give the 100 milligram of our drug, and here is one fish which eat the 50 milligram of that drug. Now how we can calculate the plasma concentration? So plasma concentration is like distribution, how much is there? 50, because 50 is particular eaten by that fish, so that is the distribution, means that is the D upon volume. How much volume we give? That is the 5 liter. So here it comes like 10 milligram per liter, that is the plasma concentration. So how much volume is there? 5, and how much amount is eaten by the fish? That is the 50 milligram. So plasma concentration here is 10. So now in the volume of distribution, how much amount we give? That is the 100 milligram, and how much is the plasma concentration? That is 10 milligram per liter. Now the volume of distribution is 10. So volume of distribution is directly proportional to the distribution of tissue. directly proportional to the distribution of tissue. Now, which drug has the maximum volume of distribution? So please remember that chloroquine has maximum volume of distribution, that is more than 1300 liter. Please remember that chloroquine has maximum volume of distribution, that is more than 1300 liter. And chloroquine is, as we all know, it is used in the malaria of Plasmodium. So now there were more other two terms, that is the loading dose. First is the loading dose. How we can calculate the loading dose? Loading dose means initially how much high dose we have to give to start the action of that drug. So in starting, how much amount of drug is given to start a particular action. So LD, the formula is volume of distribution into target PC into target plasma concentration. This is the formula for loading dose, means in starting how much amount of drug is given to start its action. And the second one is the maintenance dose, means we have to maintain. So for the maintenance of dose means how much clearance is going on into the target PC. So these were the two formulas. For the maintenance means how much the drug is excreted and how much we have to target the plasma concentration. So this is the loading dose formula and this one is the maintenance dose formula. Please remember that loading dose is directly dependent on volume of distribution, while the maintenance dose is dependent on the clearance. Now for the clearance, like for the elimination of particular drug, for the termination of action of a drug, for the termination of action of drugs, we have to check metabolism, how much metabolism is going on through the liver, plus how much is excreted. So that is equal to elimination. How much that drug is metabolized and how much it is excreted. These two factors were equal to the elimination. So that's all about the volume. That's all about the distribution. I hope you get information from this video. Thank you. Bye bye guys.